Hello everyone, I am Prakash from English department working as an assistant professor in Mlritm college. In this today's session we are going to learn about letter writing and types of letters and elements of a letter it is there. Okay, so I hope everyone doing well. So let's go to the session and the content of this session is, so what is a letter actually means, introduction of the letter and why the letter writing are important in our day-to-day life, and what are the objectives of a letter writing, origin of a letter writing. So actually when who started the letter writing and history of the letter writing we are going to learn here, and types of letter, in that we are learning about informal letters and formal letters and formats of a letter and conclusion and reference we are going to learn in our day-to-day life session it is. Now, so introduction of a letter it is there. What is a letter? A letter is a handwritten or printed message that is sent to others for conveying a certain message. So we write a letter to someone. So what we are going to mention in that, to inform anything like message, to convey the message or to communicate in the form of writing or in the form of printed. So written or printed message we are sending to other people to get the information about the purpose of writing this. So now, so it is a written conversation between two parties. So the letter is written, or nowadays we are using in digital technology in printed format also letter. So we are using two parties here. Letter writings are using by the two parties to have a conversation, okay, via mail or post. So the letter writing is a printed or written message to send to other people to convey certain message, and it is written to a conversation between two parties, and it is via post or via mail. So this is a basic about the introduction of the letter. So what is an importance of a letter in our day-to-day life? So why we are using, even nowadays we have a digital technology by using WhatsApp or Instant other also, still we are using letter writing it is. So and what is an importance of letter writing it is? So here first one you can focus on, letter writing is using for documentation purpose. So what is the documentation purpose it is? So here I mentioned it is there, letters are a good way to document and record important events it is there. So like if you given a letters it is, to remember your important events it is, to know about the information, which date and which purpose they mentioned to you guys, and it is also useful for your proof, to hold a justice purpose. In court of law, it is used as a proof, written proof, it is will be used for court of law purpose letter. Okay, for example, so if you are writing a letter, like cover letter you are writing, applying along with your resume, so there you mention all the details which I mentioned over there, it is a trustworthy as per my knowledge, it is not been furnished over there. So along with your letter and along with your resume, your authenticity is there. But if you are cheated, like you don't have an experience, but still you have mentioned an experience, it is there. So they take this as a legal document. They might file a case against you people also. Okay, this. And next, for getting instant attention of a readers, it is there. So who are the readers right now we are talking about? So who are the receiving the message through mail or through postcard? So are written, it might be written or printed over there, they will it is. So here handwritten letter is guaranteed to get instant attention rather than a numerous mails that keep popping in our inbox it is there. So numerous mails we are using in our day-to-day life it is there. So keep popping, instead of keep popping, getting a one message written in the form, it will be very effective comparatively in mails, because in mails, continuous mails, we may not read or we may not gone through it. So what is the information? And handwritten letter says that you care and are willing to give personal attention to the matter or the person addressed. So who are written to you guys? So handwritten message will be give us some attention and it will be care. So to whom you are writing? So they might focus on your written part about, okay, why this person is written this information to others it is. This will be taken place it is. Now third, for official communication purpose we are using. So official letters we have been using in our day-to-day life also. How the official communication is going on? So if you take an example, official letters of communication, many organization, while a majority of them are printed. Okay, even though it is a printed format, it is there, but the letters are will be sent to you. Like if you take about GOs, so GO number so and so, DSC, TET examinations or in other MSET relevant it is there. They will so write a letter to the respective university or write a letter to respective authorities. So it will be printed format, but they have a in the style of letter writing only. And it mentions also detail, action plan or procedure adding for certain authorities for the communication. So further guidelines will be provided. So in the GOs you can observe that further guidelines will be provided after completion of this event. So and so plans we are doing it is there. So important, and it along with that, so letters will help us to convey our feelings it is there. So we can send our apology letter, or we can also write appreciation letter, or we can take a simple language in our day-to-day life, love letter also. We are conveying our feelings or expression in the form of writing so that reader can impress, okay, our writing, and they can respond accordingly. Okay, hope you understood about the importance of letter writing. Now, so what are the objectives of letter writing it is there. So what are the objectives of letter writing here it is there. So the purpose of writing it is the following purpose are there to write a letter. So first one we are talking about to convey a message. Okay, we are writing a letter to convey a message. It might be good or it might be bad. It is like sudden demise of any of the person, or so suddenly success or any person achieved something. It is there to information. It is good or bad or formal message or informal message. It is there. We are using letter writing to convey a message to other person. Now, to bridge the communication gap between two people. So, so we have some egoistic problem. Suppose if you have a egoistic problem, person to person, it is there. We are unable to face the problem. But when we are writing a apology letter to an individual person, so by reading the apology, how an individual person is, so feeling sad about a particular thing or particular activity which is being done by a particular person. So by the receiver, by reading that, they can understand the emotion of a sender. So then the gap of an individual person will be not there. It is there. It will be used as a communication. Okay. To create awareness, to inform someone. So we are writing so letter, we are writing a letter for social causes like drug addiction, awareness camp. Okay, we are conducting awareness camp so and so date to the authorities. Like, so we are conducting a drug awareness camp. So we need a permission from the local police body or local government official. So we write a request letter to them. Okay, so we are conducting awareness program. It is there. So we need a permission from your so and so. We are letters are writing to create awareness or inform someone. It is. So now we can take about third last option to express our feeling it is there. So if you take an example of Y.S. Jagan fathers, Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, the AP CM, okay, before the separation of Telangana. So when his sudden demise, okay, in the aircraft accident, so the Sonia Gandhi written a condolence letter to the Jagan, okay, to express her feelings towards her YSR, and he convey the messages about what is his loss to the nation and as well as state. So he written, so expressing her feelings of a sudden demise of a person. And sometimes we write about know about the other person, good or bad things it is, or like happiness or sadness, what we have. Just we write a letter to know about their feelings and know about their expressions over there. Okay, so these are the basic purpose we are using in our day-to-day life. So now move on to what is the origin of a letter, who started actually. So various websites and various sources like Google search, or we can search it about. There is two people are mentioned. It is there. One is a Persian, other one is Egyptian. Two nations are being mentioned. It is there. So if you take about Egyptian people, so they write a letter asking help for the dead people. So letters date back to the time when ancient Egyptian wrote to the dead asking for help. They write a letters to the dead people to seek for the helps. So in the Egyptian we can call dead people is nothing but mummies. So they write a letter seeking help of the Egyptian dead people, like we can call it as mummies. Okay, and people separated by the distance had only one-way communication. So they have a one-way communication when paper and pen were the only means. So in the Egyptian people, they started writing to communicate when the paper and pen are the only way of communicating it is there. So they are using the letter writing to communicate with the people, it is there. And so here in the first recorded letter written by hand was the Persian queen. Who written the first? So based on the various sources, the first handwritten a letter by Persian queen Atosa around 500 BC. She written a first letter. Okay, little did she know that she was starting a trend that would be followed by generation after her. So first she started writing a letter. Okay, it is recorded in 500 BC, and it's a little effort she started in the earlier, and but it is a became a generation after her. So generation people are following the writing letter after her, and this simply activated would turn into an art as well as a tool for change. So letter writing an art it is. How we can say about it is an art it is. So here in the letter writing we talk about if your writing style, okay, if your communication in the form of writing is good, so people easily get impressed by your presentation in the form of writing. So you can have a good communication with the other people from, for example, receivers. And it is also nowadays it has become a good tool. So it is a very good tool writing to convey the like. So nowadays people are writing a permission letter, okay, requesting permission for 3 days it is. So the way they are writing it is there, it should be impressive way. So when we are impressive, they simply will sign for them, we'll give a permission to go any of the place it is there. Like, so these are the basic elements we have about origin of letters it is there. Okay. So first recorded letter is from Persian queen in the around 500 BC. And Egyptians are write a letter to seek help for the dead people. So these are the two origins can be remembered by you people. So go back to the next one. It is there. What are the types of letters we have in our day-to-day life? It is there are two types of letters. One is informal letter, other one is formal letter. So basically, informal letter we use to write personal friends and family members, whereas in formal letter we write for the official people. So next move, let's move on to the informal letter. So what is the informal letter, and when we are using the informal letter it is there. So now move on. Informal letters also known as a personal letters. So we write for the personal people or younger one or elder one, we write it is. So these letters are usually written to family, friends and relatives. So we usually write the letters for the personal means family, friends and relatives. These may or may not have concrete reason of writing. So there is no reason to write a letter. So may have a reason, may not to reason. To know about the person's good or bad, they write, or to appreciate somebody, their achievement, they write. So there is no reason is required to inform a letter, whether it is a reason is there or without reason also you can write it is. They are just written to share an experience or to inquire about someone's how about. So these are used to share an experience of them. So like somebody visited about a tourist place, Uti or Kodaikanal. So he write a letter to her friend or his friend to share their experience, how he is enjoyed in this respective tour it is there. So share the experience of his or her, and to inquire about someone help. So to inquire about someone, how is he and what he is doing, okay, what about his career or academics, whatever it is there, we are going to someone, how about. So how is someone is there, whether it is he or she it is there. So now, so what are the informal letters consider are included it is there. So in these letters are included here. So first you can take about personal letter. In that personal letters we can focus, we have three elements. One is letters for family, letters to relatives and love letters. So informal letters can be included in two elements it is there. One is a personal letters, other one is social letters. In the personal letters, letters to family, letters to relatives and love letters comes under. Whereas in social letters, so here next one we have social letters. So letter to friends, okay, social invitation or social gatherings, and congratulatory letters and apology letters letter of condolence, and letter of sympathy, and thank you letters. So informal letters include two ways of writing a letters. One is the personal letters and social letters. So social letters, friends, are social invitation, social gathering, congratulation or apologies, and letter to condolence and sympathy, thank you letters. So these are informal letters. So remember, informal letters includes two, personal and social. Okay. Now, so what are the formal letters means? So formal letters are generally written to discuss a business or apply for services, make request or file or register or complain. So these we are using for. So letters are used, formal letters are using for generally official purpose. So official purpose we are using these letters. In that you might discuss about business related, or you apply for services, or you make a request, or you file a complaint against, or register a complaint against or any individual person. So this. So these letters are short to the point. Okay, we are not writing any length, it is there. We concise and clearly write about it. So letters are short to the point. The formulation of formal letters. So letters of application, official letters, and letters to the editors. So these are the three different ways we are using in a letter. Letters for application, we write a letter for application purpose, and we write a letters for officials, and we letters to the editors. So what we need, a books we needed, or information to pass the news channel or anything, we write a letters, it is there. So these are the formal letters we are going to know about in deep right now. So formal, informal it is. Now, so what is the format of a letter? So what is the format of a letter? It is, letter is composed for various elements that may change depending upon the nature of the letter. So various elements could be included over there. It may change, depends on the nature of the letter. So what is the purpose you are writing? So it depends. So what are the elements could be included while writing a letter, it is there. So the main elements of the letters is, so first you can go with the sender's address. The first one, we have a sender's address. Apart from that, we need to write about date. So date have a two elements, we will discuss further, and receiver's address, subject, salutation. So first sender's address will be there, date, receiver's address, and subject, and salutation will be there, it is. So after salutation, so content specific to the point, concluding lines, and complementary clause. So here content specific is nothing but you can write about body of the letter. What is the matter you trying to write, and what is the matter you trying to convey to the reader. So means receiver, and signature along with the designation. So these are the format of a letters, and these are the things are included in the letter writing. Okay, let's move on the first one, sender's address, it is there. So what is there in the sender's address? So sender's address means the mailing address of a sender. So who is writing a letter, so his or her address should be mentioned. It is called sender's address. And it is very important part, both formal and informal letters. It is very important when you are writing formal letters or informal letter, we need to mention sender's address over there. And what sender's address contains actually. So designation of the sender, the name of the organization, okay, area number, building number, flat number, town, state, name of the country, pin code, all this comes out. And here you can observe that I mentioned it is there, sender's address, which is being circled here, Dr. Michael Smith. Okay, so what is the organization name here I mentioned? Nice Crop. So address, so 123 ABC Street, New York City, and so I mentioned it is there. So sender's address means the person who is writing a letter. So the person who is writing a letter, they need to mention about. So suppose I am writing a letter to my HOD. So to whom I am writing? To the HOD. So it becomes a receiver. Who is the receiver right now here? HOD is a receiver. So who is the sender? I am the sender. So first I will write about from. Okay. So my name I write over there. Okay. What is my designation? My designation is assistant professor. So which organization I'm working here? So Mlritm. Okay. So this become a sender's address, it is there. So the person who is writing, his address should be mentioned as a sender's address. So next, after the sender's address, we need it. What we need? So after writing the sender's address, you need to give us some space over there. Okay, 1 or 2 line space should be there. After the return address comes to the date which is written or sent it is. So, two formats are there to write. So, the first one we can write the date. So, it is a format of Britain, okay, British, and it is a format of America. So, we are following a British English. So, India is following a British English. So, we used to write about this. So, means, so generally we used to write like this 6, 11, 20, 24. So, so most of the people are using this format, okay, or they use a slash method 6/11/2024. So, instead you use about first date. So, that should be the numerical along with the letter should be used like 6th October, first date, second month, third should be used. So, it should be the correct format of writing. So, first one is British and second one is October. Second one, what is coming first? Month first, date second and year. So, second one is American. So, in this format we need to write about date. Okay, hope you understood. Next, the first one is sender's address, second is date, third is receiver's address. To whom you are writing a letter. To whom you are writing a letter. So, in the above, what I mentioned, this Dr. Michael and all this person, it is comes under this is sender's address. Okay, who is the sender here? Dr. Michael Smith is the sender. So, who is the receiver? It is there. Dr. Patrick Brown is a receiver right now. Okay. So, here receiver. Who is Patrick Brown is a receiver right now. Okay. So, receiver address is the corresponding address of the person to whom the letter being sent. To whom you want to send a letter, to he or she would be the receiver. It is placed after the date in formal letters. After the date, you need to write about the receiver's address. So, in this example, I mentioned Dr. Michael Smith is a sender and Dr. Patrick Brown is a receiver. So, this can be right while you are writing a letter, it should be focused. Now, so third is subject. So, very important thing is subject. A subject refers to the purpose of writing in short. So, your subject only the reason they need to understand what is the purpose of writing this letter. Okay, subject is a main keyword to understand it is, and it helps the reader to deal with the aim of the letter you have written. So, what is the aim? So, why the sender want to write a letter to receiver to know about, and it should be clear and short, already mentioned. It should be concise, not than 10 words, or sometimes it will be above 20 or 25 also. Suppose, so sender address is me, okay, receiver is my HOD, okay, date is today's date we are mentioning. So, how to write a subject? So, like you can write SUB. So, most of us we are writing about like SUBJECT. Okay, you write subject colon over there. So, it should be short and sweet. So, what I requesting for? Half day leave. So, I am writing a letter to my HOD. So, what we are writing? So, requesting for half day leave. So, later you mention dash reg regarding. So, there you use semicolon. So, I am writing here to understand a better here. So, okay, you can focus how to write in the subject part. So, now you can go on subject semicolon. Okay, what is the purpose I am writing here? Requesting for half day leave. After simple dash, capital R, small e, G, semicolon. So, this, so in this only he is able to understand about, okay, why the person is writing a letter to me. So, my HOD easily understand that what it is, okay, he need a half day leave. For that purpose, he is writing a letter for me. Okay, so subject should be short and concise and clear to the point. Hope you are getting it. Next, so salutation plays a major role also. So, salutation is a customary greeting to the recipient of a letter. Who is receiving? Just a formal greeting should be given. It is there. It varies to person also. So, you can, so depends on your relation, it will be varies it is. It depends upon the relationship between the sender and the receiver. Okay. Now, usually it begins with the word dear. So, official letter we write about like dear sir, or sometimes Dr. Ashok. Okay. Miss Malati. Okay. Okay. Mrs. Bharati. Like this way you need to write about formal greetings it is. So, okay. So, salutation is nothing but formal greeting. Salutation nothing but formal greetings. Next. So, body of the letter. So, it is a key. So, in this body of the letter what you are writing, so that should be very important, and it is easy to understand. Use a simple and clear language so that receiver can easily understand and respond according to your words it is. So, what is the most important part of a letter writing? Next, it includes the message the sender wants to convey. What the message sender wants to convey, he or she might include it in the body of the letter. So, the body of the personal letter can be long and detailed. So, body of the personal letters, it can be long and detailed, and it contains many experiences, advices and news, etc. It contains many advices can be given, or he or she might be share their experiences over there, and information about a particular thing, also news. So, the body of the formal letter is short, clear and logical. So, body of the letter should be very short, and you should stick to your point what you want to convey over there, and it should be very logical. And so, there can be the three subparts of the body of the formal letters. First one is an introductory paragraph, middle paragraph and conclusion paragraph. So, first you need to write about introductory paragraph, what you want to convey over there, and in continuation to the introductory paragraph you need to write the middle paragraph and conclusion paragraph. So, any of the writing part, if you are writing a letter or if you are writing a report also, these three elements should be followed in the body of the letter. Next. So, next one we have a concluding line. It comes at the end of the body of the letter, always begin as a new paragraph. You should write as a new paragraph. After the completion of the body of the letter, you should begin a new paragraph. It is determined by the writer's reaction with the addressee. So, writer's reaction to the addressee means receiver's reaction for the senders, it is there. Receiver's reaction to the senders here. So, example, if you are writing for friends, what you need to write? With best regards or best wishes, okay, you are mentioning. If you are writing for your parents or elders, with love and respect, or with lots of love and affectionate regards. So, if you are writing for officials, it is very important. So, thanking you with best regards, okay. Or else some people are writing regards in office and all. For student community, they will write different ways it is like complimentary clauses. It is a polite way to end your letter with your respect. So, how we are going to close your letter. So, polite way is very important to it is. Informal letters, it starts with dear sir or ma'am, ends with yours faithfully. Okay, where is in formal letters, not informal letter, informal letters. In formal letters means in official letters, we use dear sir or madam. When you are ending, you need to write about yours faithfully. So, here we have a small correction, it is there. Most of the student community, they are writing you, ers and apostrophe s. Okay. So, apostrophe s should not be used here there. So, it should be continuation. So, it should be continuation of your letters, yours faithfully. Okay. You need to write about it. Okay. If you starts with sir or madam, ends with yours sincerely. Okay, you need to write yours sincerely or yours obediently. Okay, yours sincerely or yours obediently should be written over there. Whereas in informal letters, it can nothing but personal related letter, like personal, family, friends and all. There is a official here. Formal letter is nothing but official related. So we can get confused here. I forgot to put endo dash over there. You may close the letter with your yours lovingly, yours truly and yours affectionately. Okay, so on you can. Yours lovingly, yours truly, and yours affectionately. So remember that. So don't write you, us, and apostrophe, your and apostrophe s. So it should not be used. It is there. Okay. So how to close a complimentary close in formal letters, in official letters. When you are starting with dear sir and madam, end with yours faithfully. Okay. Yours obediently. Okay. And when you are ending with sir or ma'am, you need to end with yours sincerely. Okay. So this is a complimentary close. Now move on. What is a signature line? It is there. So what is a signature line means? When your sign it is there, the letter is authenticated and it is written by yourself to convey the message to the receiver. It is a part of the letter where the sender signs off with his or her first and last name. First and last name means initial and the ending name of a person or middle name of a person. The signature line may also include a second line in formal letters for the title post of the sender. Now I am mentioning the example, it is there. First, my initial and my name mentioned, and second line I mention about my designation. So here upper part of your name you need to sign over there. Okay, it is a signature line. It is okay. So hope you understood about signature line. Now, so this you can take in a sample letter writing. So there we have a different layouts are there. So layouts. So here what are the layouts? It is there. So writing styles. So two styles are we are using more. First one is block style. So means all alignment should be written in the left. So which I mentioned in this letter. So all alignment is written in the left margin is known as a block style. Okay. And second one we can call semi block style. So second we have semi block. Okay. Block style and semi block style. So block style means all the alignment should be mentioned in the left margin. Everything is in the left margin only. Whereas in semi block, some will be the left margin and some will be the right margin. So depends on the nature of your writing and the relationship between the person to the person it is. So here I take an example of a sample letter. Here we mention about ordering a book. Okay. So we are ordering a books for the publishers, it is there. So just simple, just have a glance about here. It is in the first we mention about in this first step we are having a sender's address, and then we have a date, element we have whatever, and third receiver's address. Okay, receiver's address. So first element what is sender. So here the sender is there, the name is Jahid. Okay, read more bookstore, it is there, so and so address is mentioned here, it is. And second, yeah, 20th August 2019 we are mentioning about date. And who is the receiver here? The manager, JAG Publication House. He is the receiver right now. So what you mention about, right? Subject. So requirement of new books for the, it is. So subject. Okay, some will write SUB or some will write about SUBJECT. Okay. And then salutation. And here we have a body of the letter and complementary clause and name and signature. So these are the basic elements we have been discussed. So included in the letter writing. So now here we can have a glance about the template of a formal letter. The first sender's address we are having. Okay, there is given a 2 space for the date. Okay, and again 2 space for the receiver's address. So remember the alignment is very important. This letter for template is written in the block style. So it is in the block style because all elements are being written in the left margin only. One side only. So left margin only it is mentioned. Okay. Body of the letter. Okay. Complementary clause. Okay. Signature line, name and signature line. So completely this template. So I hope this template will help you guys to write a letter in the given format. So most of the official letters will be followed the layout of block style only. So okay, please focus on that. Okay. So now at glance, okay. So what are the parts of formal letters are being there? It is. So first sender's address, date, recipient address, subject, salutation, body of the letter, and complementary clause and signature. So these are the 8 elements are very important to write a letter, to make your letter effectively, so the reader could impress by your style of your writings and the expression, so that he can respond very quick. So that is a very important thing. Okay. Now, so a reference. Here I taken the reference from the following site. So Wikipedia, English Big, Slides Network, and English Language Context and Culture by Board of Editors, published by Orient Black, and worldletterwritingday.com, and Byju's it is. So these are the references I taken from the various sources it is there. So letter writing plays a major role in your day-to-day life. In your day-to-day life, we use n number of letters to write. In your schools, you write a permission letters. In school, you write, okay, request letters, or else you write a letter for inquiry, or else you, in a job academic purpose, you write a cover letter. So in our day-to-day life, any of the part, the letter writing is very important. So please be focused. I hope you understood. Thank you.